So today I had a choice. I could either go food shopping for Christmas with my wife and daughter, or I could come out and take photographs. I'm out taking photographs today. I've come down to this is called Gurnard on the Isle of Wight. There's just this lovely little tiny area here with these boats. I don't even know if they still work, but these boats are moored up. A lot of them are broken, and they always make a good composition and a nice photograph. But today I've brought out something different. I've brought out my Pinhole camera, a 6x, well, it's actually a different format. You've got different carriers inside. So a Ranica MIR Pinhole camera, fantastic camera, all the way from Belarus. I've got a 6x6 frame inside, so my pictures are going to be 6x6. And inside here I've got a roll of Fuji Acros 100, which is a really good film for this sort of work, because Pinhole is a little bit extended exposure times. The Acros 100 doesn't, the reciprocity doesn't kick in till about 2 minutes, so it's an ideal film to use for this sort of photography. So I've got the Pinhole camera, and I've also bought out, you're going to say Holga, it's actually a Holgon. This one has got shutter speeds on it. It's been adapted to have shutter speeds. I'll put the links in the descriptions where you can get these cameras. So this one's a Holgon camera, and it actually has shutter speeds, so it's quite handy. And both of these cameras have got their own unique look. The Pinhole camera obviously has got its own unique look. It's very, very wide, slightly softer, I would say, than the Holga, and the Holga slightly softer than any other normal sort of camera. So they have got their own distinctive look when you make prints in the darkroom. But you know, some people hate Pinhole, some people hate Holga. It depends what you like. I just enjoy photography, I enjoy shooting film and having fun, and that's what these cameras do for me. I can come out today, take a load of shots. I've got 12 on this, 12 on this, and I'll go back with 24 pictures and have a look to see which ones I want to print. Maybe in time make a Pinhole collection and an album or something of prints, or a gallery or whatever. Same with the Holga as well. So they give their own unique look when you're making prints or scanning. And I've already taken a few shots already on the Pinhole camera over there on some boats, and you notice that I can get really close to some of my subjects, but I know as close as I can get, within a few inches, everything will be sort of in focus within the foreground and the background, and also very, very, very wide as well. So it's almost hit and miss when you're shooting these cameras, and there's no view, you can't see what you're doing, you just got to point and hope for the best. And that's what I love, is the surprise at the end of it when you see a picture and you say, wow, that turned out really nice. The f-stop on this is f13, so you can imagine how much longer times exposure you've got to give. I'm using a phone app which gives me conversions to pinhole. I'll put a link in the description to that. And today I was waiting for the sun to come out, so I was getting around about 1 second exposures at f213. So I did a few different compositions on the Pinhole camera. I've got 6 shots left in this. I'm going to go somewhere else in a moment. And now I'm going to shoot the Holgon. I've already done a little bit of metering. And inside the Holgon, I've got Agfa APX 100. It's an expired film from 2009. And I've played with this stuff before from the same batch, and it works brilliantly. Hopefully this one does as well. It's all been in my fridge. So I've done some metering for the Holga now. I'm going to take 6 shots of the Holga around here. F11, which is, I think this is fixed to F11. I can't remember, F8 or F11. I'm sure it's F11, I think. Or it might be F8, I don't know. 1/250th of a second, I still should get some nice exposures. And I just want to say a massive thank you to all you guys that support my channel, all your subscribers, the people that take time to comment. As I go through the comments, usually takes me a couple of hours after releasing the video the next day or so to go through the comments, and I see the same people commenting quite often, and I've got to say a massive thank you to you guys. You know, you stuck with me over the last 6 or 7 years I've been doing this, so a massive thank you to all you guys that support the channel, watch my videos, and especially the Patreons and YouTube members area as well. Really do appreciate your support. I'm quite lucky because YouTube is a hard egg to crack, but I've got a small audience there and I'm grateful for it. So thanks a lot, guys. It's Christmas Eve, Christmas Day tomorrow. Let's get on with these shots. So the fastest shutter speed on this camera is 1/25th of a second, and it's f8, it's stuck at f8, so I've got one aperture of f8 and I've got multitude of exposures from 1 second to 1/25th of a second. I've just done some metering here, it's coming out f8 2/50th of a second. So I'm going to go 125, overexpose a little bit maybe, but that's okay. Just going to get a shot over here. And with this camera, I can look through the viewfinder. Put my glasses down. take a simple little shot, look through the viewfinder, done. And the guys at Helicord are genius, because what they've done with this camera is when you press the exposure button, you can't hear it, it's so quiet. Sometimes you wonder if you've taken a shot or not. But they put a little tiny vibrating mechanism inside, so every time you click it, it vibrates to let you know you've taken the exposure. Good idea. So this is your normal Holga camera, and this one is the Holgon, the modified version. This is just a cable release attachment on here. If we look at the tops of the cameras, you can see is they've put this shutter speed dial at the top, whereas the old Holga had a hot shoe mount. This one's got a little tiny shutter dial, and it goes from bulb mode all the way to 1/25th of a second. Everything else is the same apart from inside. So if we look inside the original Holga, that's the shutter button there, which all of us Holga users are used to. And if we look at the Helicord version, the Holgon, inside is an electronic shutter, and behind that is two little batteries that run the electronic shutter. And it's as simple as that. That's how you turn it on and off, and every time you press the exposure button there, it is very quiet. It gives a vibration on the camera which tells you that you've taken your shot, but everything else on the cameras is exactly the same, and these cameras aren't really good fun to shoot if you're not looking for serious results. And this is the Pinhole camera from Ranica. You can see these different masks that you put inside, 645, 6.7 and 6.9 I believe these ones are. And you can see that's a 6x6 mask that I've been using on this shoot. And if we come over to the back of the camera, there's your indicators for the back of the film. Obviously I was using 6x6 in the middle, but there's your indicators for other sizes for using the film. And that's how you take an exposure. This is lock proof, so you've got to pull that up, and when you're ready to take your exposure, you have to count it in, so you turn it that way, and there you go, you start taking your exposure for however many ever seconds, and take it off again. Just be careful not to jog the camera as you're taking a shot. And you can see that's the little tiny pinhole there. And if you are worried about jogging the camera when you're using a pinhole, you can always use a lens cap such as this. Just place it over, pop it open like so, and then just pull the lens cap off. And then once you've finished your exposure, just place it back over and then close the exposure. And as I said, they are really good fun cameras to shoot. They can sometimes produce really good results. I wouldn't expect the best, but they are what they are, and they've got their own unique look. Advance now to my next frame. And this sort of photography can be as slow or as fast as you like. I think I'm quite a fast photographer. I can just walk around, see a composition and go, that'll do, and hit the button, you know. I don't waste too much time, so that's what I've been doing with the Pinhole and this as well. So it ain't going to take me long to get through 24 shots. And with the Holga, you've got a lens. This is a 60mm lens. I don't know if it's plastic or glass, but you've got a little man, you've got two people, a group of people on the mountain. Obviously that's your focal ranges. So in this little shot here, I've just chose a group of two people. Hopefully it'll be somewhat sharp and in focus. Just got to be mindful of my shadow here. Try and get my shadow into the shadows. There you go. You just got to remember to advance your frame, advance the film, sorry, every time you take a shot. And I'm now on frame number 4. That way I know that when I get the camera out of the bag, I'm ready to shoot it. And I must introduce you to my new friend. This is Roger the Robin I've called him. We got quite acquainted that day until he shit on my camera bag. Hello little fella, there's a little Robin. He was just sitting on my bag. Oh, he shit on my bag. Oh, nice one. Thanks mate, that's good luck I suppose, yeah? Robin has shit on my bag. So I'm shooting these cameras down here, I'm looking thinking this should have been really nice with a wide angle lens, you know, but I haven't got one, so I'm not going to worry about that. I don't know what these will look like obviously, but the surprise is later on when I get back. and see if there's anything there that's worth printing or adding to my Holga collection. That's if the camera's working properly. See, that's another thing as well. Film photography can get quite frustrating if you allow it to get frustrating. For all I know, you know, I might not be getting any exposures. The shutter might not be working properly, I don't know. A roll of what, £15 film in here, Fuji Acros 100, obviously I don't want to waste it, but if I do get back and I haven't got any photographs for some reason or another, it's not going to hurt me, you know. I've done no damage to anybody or lost anyone's memories, they're just mine, and I can always come back here and do it again if I need to, so be it, use another roll of film. But I think I'm also enjoying where I am, the environment, you know, listening to the sea, I can hear the ropes clattering around on the boats, and it's just very peaceful as well, you know, there's no hustle and bustle. My wife's probably having kittens up the shops at the moment, but I'm just nice and tranquil down here, so I'm enjoying myself, and I'm talking to you guys as well. So it is nice, that sort of photography where you're using these different sort of quirky cameras rather than your normal cameras that are going to give you banging results. You never know what you're going to get with these, especially the pinhole cameras. And I just like the look from them sometimes, and I can get in the darkroom, make some prints, and sometimes I'm surprised at what I've got. And some of the prints that I've got, I could probably make a nice little gallery of Holga and pinhole prints. So I'll put a link in the description where you can get this Holgon camera, the modified Holga, and also the Ranica camera, the pinhole camera as well. This guy makes some fantastic pinhole cameras, so I'll put links in the description for you guys. I've got to say a massive thank you to everyone that supports my channel. I really do appreciate it. Over the last 6 or 7 years, some of you guys are still following me and still watching, still commenting. I learn from the comments, I know you guys do as well. And the film community is a great community where people are sharing knowledge all the time, and I think that's fantastic for us going forward, and especially the younger ones coming into film, or even the older ones starting their film journey now. So massive thanks to everyone that's supported my channel. I wish you all a great Merry Christmas. Be safe, don't drink too much, and if you don't celebrate Christmas, enjoy the holidays. I'll catch you next time.